Welcome back. Hey. So, thank you for the break time. I found some of my notes that suggest those cool hills, small, steep mountains with mesa tops. That was on a different planet. I have Soweto marked as viridescent, not with a V at the beginning. Viridescent. Nice terrain, nice weather, low security sentinels. That's the one I was thinking of. Wasn't Lothi Major or Reber. Soweto, that one. Weather, temperate. Sentinels, low security. Flora, generous. Fauna, high. Yeah, I enjoyed this planet enough to stay and find all the species. One of the only ones I found all the species on already. Fish and some... interesting. Yeah, they had raptors, kind of little. Oh, right, that's not really a raptor. So it's like mini T-Rex, little mini T-Rex. Species of dinosaur do they resemble? They don't look that interesting from here. Maybe we go back there though. Maybe we go back there. Just for the hills? I don't know. We don't have to go back there just for the hills. Just because I told you it's viridescent and has cool terrain. We were going to go do Apollo's mission. With the understanding that it may be repeating on purpose. And the possibility that there's something else going on. There's a nice... Is that a medium hauler at 30 units? Or that's a small hauler that's just about maxed out at 30 units. 15 mil. I'm not shopping for a hauler. I'm just checking out the ships. I like the colors on it, though. But yeah, 30, that's not a lot for a hauler. You're gonna get a hauler. You want it to haul some stuff. So this ship we're flying, our goal is to trade this ship. Maybe we find another exotic. Maybe we find... I can't afford an S-Class hauler like the one Chronic's looking for. If we find Chronic's dream hauler, it's gonna suck for him, but I'm not gonna buy it either. I can't buy it. In fact, I couldn't even afford a small hauler if it's maxed out. Okay, maybe that. We've got 17 million, 18 million. Plus our trade, which is not worth a whole lot. It says 2, but we'd probably get about 1 in trade or less than 1 in trade. So we've got about 19 million buying power if we see something really cool we want. That would not make a good stream. We're not spending the stream just ship shopping. Although if we were having a 24-hour stream, which I am, you know, not doing these days, it's been so long, that would have plenty of time. Maybe we should have a... Shh, I didn't say anything. How the hell would I do that? This would be a great game for a long stream, but I don't think I'm anywhere capable of. Nor do I have the scheduling ability right now. I'd have to, yeah. But you can tell I'm thinking. It just occurred to me that we're playing a game that actually has that nice open-ended potential. Wow, how many hours could we put in one day? Maybe I'll try to roll us a 12-hour No Man's Sky stream, which some people would just groan at. I'm sure some people have already ducked out of the channel for a while until we're done playing this. And there isn't really going to be a finish. At some point, I'm going to switch to another game and keep playing this off to the side, and we'll come back to it and play a bit here and there. We won't just play this forever. I don't know what other game we're going to play next. recall. Oh, it was probably a frigate asking if we wanted to buy it. Just play this till you're ready to move on. That is one possibility, that I will just play this until I'm ready to move on. The other possibility is that I will enjoy this so much that after another week or so of streaming it, I will start to wonder if I'm boring the hell out of some people while others are really enjoying it. And I might just, you know, if I find another game that I feel like getting into, this would not be hard to juggle with something else. I don't think so. This is the game that never ends, that you don't need a purpose to play. So you can turn it on at the beginning or end of a day, or for the whole day. And that was the cool thought I had. We haven't had a 12-hour stream. Forgetting 24, we haven't even had a 12 in months and months and months. I don't know how I can schedule that these days, but maybe I could. It can't be any time really soon, because I already know what my schedule is next week. What the hell is that? Is the game about to crash there? What the hell is that? Is that a high-end security? I've never seen one of those. Gonna be okay if I approach? Holy shit! That is a walker. Yeah. Yeah, apparently it is. And I'm guessing that's a weak spot up there. It's, damn. Run, well, it's not hostile yet. Which is weird considering it's an extreme planet. The Sentinels themselves, the flyers, seem to be the ones that start an alert. I don't know why the dogs, and apparently the walkers, on a planet where they should be hostile, high security or frenzied. Maybe there's enough of a difference between high security and frenzied. I haven't done anything yet. But that thing is gonna mess me up if we try and break in here, and our job is to break in here. Lovely. Just don't look at it funny. Think you can kill it with your ship. Oh, there's a good idea. No, you definitely can shoot. I mean, you can shoot in ground effect. You're allowed to use the weapons. I think I had heard something about using the ship's cannons for something. Just take off and blow the doors with your ship, then run in. Yeah. I've never tried that. I like that. Let's do that. Let's try that. Let's save first. One of these days I'm gonna get killed in the game, and I haven't gotten killed in the game since the very first day. I died 90 seconds into the playthrough. Slow, 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 slow. At least the fighter's maneuverable. Still not gonna be that easy. Shit, I'm just crashing into it. I assume the walker could actually fuck up the ship. My phase beam. Phase beam didn't work on him. Okay. First person probably easier for this. Yeah, you're right. But I'm gonna try and be stubborn, and then I'll see what happens. I can just go down. I'm pretty sure I could get the door open with my boltcaster without too much trouble. I don't know how fast the walker is when you're on foot, though. Maybe he's real fast. Closes and kills. Is that the door opening? Might have been. Oh! Oh! I hope that was the door opening. Nice. Blow the door with the ship. Cool. Oh, it's a repair. Damn. What do we have? Sodium. Pure ferrite. Fuck me. Can't put anything down in here, can I? I can? Let's just stop and refine while they're searching for me. Because that makes sense. You want pure ferrite? Damn you. And break down my mag ferrite. Take out the walker, use a plasma launcher. I have one. Remove its armor, then use the bolt caster to finish it. Huh. Whoa. Shit. Coming in. What do we need? Terminal houses a blueprint, an upgrade for my exosuit. However, I find few clues for Apollo. It seems the Korvax within this world left many days ago, apparently recalled on a priority transmission to their species flotilla. Something has them worried. Probing the logs. The place seems to have been more than just a factory. It was home to the Korvax who lived within its walls. It appears that they were experimenting with autonomy from their collective. One of the internal sensors has recorded movement within the facility. It shows me footage of the vents at my feet. There's something in here with me. Shine a light upon it. It's a small, hairy creature shaking and afraid. It cries out. The animal appears to have lived here for quite some time. There's a nest in the corner, vestiges of food upon a small dish, even a few clumsy toys and trinkets. The animal seems to have been a companion to the Korvax. If this mission repeating itself is intentional, then why is the dialogue all identical? This is exactly. The walker is the only thing that's different. My scanner tells me that the creature is gravely ill. It will die no matter what intervention occurs. Last time we fed it, you can do nothing, euthanize the animal. Alright, we feed it and it's not really gonna help anything, but I feed the creature nervously. It takes the carbon and begins to eat. A few moments later, it violently coughs up much of its little meal, only to try and continue the process, shivering with every mouthful. I mean, are we supposed to do... Maybe it's repeating and we need to do something different because it all comes down to we shouldn't have fed the animal? I'm overthinking it. I move on from the factory complex, leaving the animal to its fate. But let's just say, on the off chance that we were supposed to euthanize the animal or leave it alone, and that it would have actually shut off the alarms like one of the other factory puzzles. I don't know. Why am I using those? We might need those if I'm going to try and fight the... Oh, and I don't have the... Not even charged up. I only have 11 shots. You can tell I've used this thing a lot. This is such a bad plan. I'm saying this might work, but... I can't even hit it, and it's a fucking barn door! I'm getting out of here! Me and grenades. Doesn't matter if it's a grenade launcher. Doesn't matter if I'm trying to hit a wall that's right in front of me. This is why I don't use grenades. Anyways. Wait, let's not go into space. We don't want to bug them out. Let's wait until they're done, right? Wait until they're done searching. They good? Alright, Apollo, this time we'll take your call. Good work. Your attack on that factory paid off. Did you get any useful data? I don't think so. No matter, we have what we need. I recorded countless signal flares when the Sentinels started to appear. Energy streams sparked beneath the planet's surface, moving from monolith to monolith. Again, same dialogue as last time. We must be on the right track. Examine these structures. They're all linked, I know it. Good luck. I'll speak to you on the other side. If this continues to repeat, it is going to take us to, I don't know, a ruin, a monolith, a couple things, and then eventually to a portal. It's almost like a portal tutorial. But I'm worried it's bugged. And that it's just repeating itself. And maybe it'll send us someplace cool, though. If we get to some cool system, cool planet, I'm fine with that, even if it makes no sense, the repetition. Why do we have to endure the exact same dialogue like we never met him before? Or never did this before? Infiltrated a Korvax facility, didn't get any useful data, never mind. We have what we need. We're just trying to track the energy of the Sentinels who just appear out of nowhere, and he's saying that they probably use the portals and somehow are connected to the portals, and he's trying to trace the energy. So he wanted us to get in a fight with Sentinels so he could find out if their energy signatures are somehow related to... I don't know where he is, which stage he's at, but... Gek plaque. I don't know what to expect as I approach the structure. An army of Sentinels, perhaps? Some gateway through which I'll find Artemis? But in the shifting structure of this monolith, I can feel something else. A story, a vision. It's already burning itself into my eyes. The Traveler. The Traveler awoke beneath the shadow of a red star. Through the lonely cosmos they fled, yearning for purpose and meaning. They found an anomaly, an aberration, a door to the heavens. No Gek, no Vy'keen, no Korvax could see it. Only the Traveler could perceive the portal, though they did not know how to step through. They did not know the secret language, the glyphs. They did not yet grasp the price of the final truth. I'm filled with the knowledge of an ancient traveler. See glyphs in my mind, part of the code I need to activate a portal. As I depart, I spot a sentinel drone in the distance. Moves away quickly. Alright, there's a couple crates just out here. Pop them open, they might have some reputation items or microprocessors. Yeah, there's a rep item. Plants are worth 60k. Come on, plant. We're gonna get attacked, but worth it. I don't know why I open the health crates when I'm at max and I know they're health crates. Weird how the brain works sometimes. Alright, we want gonna stay in ground effect until we lose the Sentinels. See, I think we should find a planet with some huge floating rocks and build a base on top of one of the floating rocks. You've opened so many boxes trying to find daggers. I recommend doing barters with NPCs for daggers. Not just any particular race. Go for any of it. Even Vy'keen. Even Vy'keen will give you Vy'keen daggers, as will others. I don't know what makes more sense, that only Vy'keen or no Vy'keen would give you Vy'keen daggers. But I've gotten them from all 3 races.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
I think I've got 1 dagger on me, and we've got an unused portal marked. Although I think the portal we're going to get sent to at the end of this quest is going to end up being the one I have marked. Though at least for the quest, we don't have to charge it. We could also be flying around in one of our cooler ships. I pulled this out when we were going to the space station, just in case we ran into something to trade. The one thing, alright, we're on a frenzied planet, so I can't really just hang out here and marvel at the natural splendor and the architecture in the middle of it. But one of the things that I find myself self-conscious of on Twitch, and that might sound weird with all the time we've spent here the past few years and all the weird stuff that happens, but one of the things I get most self-conscious of here on Twitch is just sitting and spacing and staring at stuff. It's one of the differences between how I play this game on stream and how I play this game off stream. Off stream, you know, I might just stop at any given moment. I just might stop and not you know, I'm not examining art, but my thoughts wander and I want to let them wander. Here, it's such a different dynamic. If I let my thoughts wander and I'm just staring off into space, at some point I also feel I should probably share with you what I'm thinking and stuff like that. All good. It's just a little different. But I don't spend a lot of time so far playing this and just stopping and staring at the landscapes. Stared at a lot of landscapes in Witcher and other games, but this one, which is all landscape, haven't spent that much time just sitting and staring at stuff. Related but less tranquil is all the menuing. And I sit there off stream and just dig through the menus and sort and resort and resort and resort. Just go a little nuts sometimes. And I don't mind telling you that, but I don't really like sitting here on stream and sorting my inventory and then thinking, maybe I'll flip that upside down and sort it on the bottom. I would feel weird doing that here. I'll tell you that I get that weird, but I would still feel weird enough doing it to not want to do it on stream. Hey, let's spend the next 5 minutes flipping. I want these stacks on the bottom. Example. Right? Yeah. And we all behave a little bit differently when we're around other people in one form or another. Oh, we're going up there. Floating crystals. There's some nice, dense resources for us. Let's do that before we even do anything more for Apollo. Maybe we should do this in the other order. We're going to get attacked. No, we don't get attacked for doing the crystals. It's just a planet where the Sentinels are Sentinels are kind of hot. What do we have? Destabilized sodium, carbon crystals, which we can break down into condensed carbon. Travel. Rare metal elements, superoxide crystals. It's a bit of everything. So, how many crystals would you say is there? More than a dozen? Less than 2 dozen? These don't go very quickly. I don't know if we should really do this. It is a beautiful spot. You know how long it's going to take to break down all these crystals? We'd probably spend more than... How long did one take? Less than 30 seconds per... Alright, not that long. We're going to be standing here for at least 5 minutes breaking these crystals. I wish I could pan the camera up and keep aiming at them. Maybe I could find a better place to stand where you can at least see the water. The very condensed minerals, the super refined stuff, carbon crystals, superoxide, sodium, destabilized sodium, chloride lattice. I just like the mechanic. It's not like the best way to make money. We'll get money from the chlorine from the chloride lattice. And I kind of like the convenience of carrying the super condensed minerals and then breaking them down into big stacks very quickly. Green, you haven't seen those yet? They are really cool. And this is the second largest group of them I've seen. They're usually just 4 or 5 in a group. I saw a group so big the other day. I don't think it was yesterday, but I've been losing track of time with this game. I had a group of these so big I had to stop and take a break in the middle of breaking them down. Like a bathroom break. Like, oh, I'll come back to this. Are they called metal fingers? Nope, but that's another... So metal fingers are kind of like this. The metal fingers come out of the ground. Gold, uranium. I don't know what other stuff spawns besides gold and uranium. But the metal fingers are excellent. Because the metal fingers give you, what, like 200 plus each? That's where my stacks of uranium came from, is metal fingers. Should keep track of which planets I saw them on so we can go back to them sometime. Metal fingers is a great way to get uranium. There are plenty of planets with uranium, but mining it a little at a time is kind of a pain. Everything's here. Tetracobalt. I think every variety is in this little pack. Come on. Come on. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, where'd you go? So green, here's what drops from those. You get these super dense refined versions. Tetracobalt, superoxide. If you put them in a refiner, they'll break down into the previous version, 150 per unit. So that's 150 chlorine, that's 150 oxygen, ionized cobalt. And that you definitely want to break down. The tetracobalt, 1 unit is 6,000, but 150 units of ionized cobalt is... what you want to do the math off of. I don't have it in my head, and here's a 500 stack. But a 500 stack is 200k. So the tetracobalt breaks down into ionized cobalt, and it's worth a lot more than it was. But, yeah, so you don't really want to sell these, the super dense versions. You want to break them down and use or sell what they break down into. Yeah, Green, it's probably a good thing that you didn't go check them out, because you would have been like, holy shit, I gotta get this, and it would have taken you 10 minutes to mine them all, or 20 minutes, and you were trying to go to bed. It's worth a lot. It's worth so much that pirates come after you for it when you have more than a little bit. I don't know what the threshold is for pirates, but I'm guessing it's somewhere around 100,000, or maybe it's more than that. If you have a single stack or item that's worth more than a certain amount, is what it feels like. That's when the pirates come after you. It's not just the type of something. If you have a 5 stack, they don't care. If you have a big stack, they care. They've come after me for platinum or the cobalt. What else? What do the pirates come after you for? Tech modules, a stack of salvage technology, the buried tech that you can use for blueprints. I'm looking forward to being able to sell those. Those are worth a lot, and they're all over every planet. They'll come after you for a warp cell. I didn't know that. I've never had one in my inventory sitting around, I don't think. Notice how the mining beam went to 71? Here, let me point out something I noticed. Maybe this is old news for other people, but if you have multiple stacks in your inventory, like I had a 250 stack of condensed carbon, and I had a smaller stack, it was probably in that slot. When I charged the tool, regardless of how much it needs to charge, it will never take more than the remainder of a stack, the first stack it pulls from. I guess it pulls from the smallest stack first. So if you want to fully charge something and you have multiple stacks, when you go to charge it, keep an eye out for, even though it shows you the total, like I went up here, condensed carbon, and it just showed a big number. And I hit it, but it didn't fully charge the beam because I had a small stack, and it just used the small stack until it was gone and then stopped. And if I want to go and charge it a little more, it pulled off of this stack this time. Yeah, I just didn't know it stopped. I really, that was useful to know for me. Why you change things now from the inventory? How do you mean? Everybody must have their own habits of how they manage their inventory. Now that I have a lot of cargo space, I still organize my inventory because I'd go crazy, but I don't need to as much. Now the stuff I need to organize more is here. But previously in my main inventory I had the different grades stacked, dust, then pure, then magnetized. And I had copper next to chromatic and carbon next to condensed and so on. But as I've gone further into the game, my needs have changed a little bit. So I still have some of that lingering, but oh, man, there's a lot of stuff. And charge, not change. Oh, charge things. Charge. I misread. Thank you. Charge things now from the inventory. That's a good point. So if you go to the inventory slots and you go to charge, it behaves differently. Select what needs to be charged, you can see how much it's using. You would go tool. You got to keep an eye out for are there S-class guns, S or exotic gun? We could fix that if we really needed to, but so if we went to the mining beam up here and said charge, pick which it is, and you can see how many units it needs. It needs 11 units to get a full charge, to full charge. If we were going to charge the terrain manipulator, almost full, about 80% full. It's hard to tell. Ah, cool. Say or alien or experimental. Is that weapon types? Or alien or experimental? What are we doing here? We're almost done with the... Are they all gone? Did we get them all? flak. As I approach the structure, I feel that same burning sensation in my eyes. There's nothing to read, and yet I am more aware of these words than anything I've ever known. The sin. This quest is just repeating verbatim. The Traveler found a way. They always did. The first drone screamed when it was cut open. Within the shattered memories of Sentinels, the Traveler found the glyphs they needed. They passed through the gateway, emerging before the face of Omnipotence. Ah, yeah, I agree. Green. Mag is much better. You know, more condensed, and it'll take it, so why not? 20 mag versus 100 pure. Oh, so you're saying it's even more efficient. It's not just the 2-to-1 when you break condensed pure into mag. It's even better than that. Is everything like that? Is the more refined versions not just more condensed, but also more efficient? Period. Better efficacy. They had, the Traveler asked the Atlas how many worlds were left to visit. They had seen so many in their life, they did not wish to die before they saw them all. And the Atlas answered, many. We didn't really count this out. Was it quadrillion? Does anyone want to look and count? I don't even want to look at the number. Million, billion, trillion. And then, so is anybody witness the glyphs? Quintillion, thank you. Quintillion. I am filled with the knowledge of an ancient traveler. I see glyphs in my mind, part of the code I need to activate a portal. I think of the Atlas. I have encountered this name many times in my travels, yet its true nature still eludes me. The vision fills me with fear. Ah, Green. Thank you for pointing that out. I had not noticed the specifics of the numbers. I kind of had that sense, but yeah. Condensed carbon powers the refinery with only 50 for a full charge, but regular carbon, it's 150. So 2-to-1 on conversion, but 3-to-1 on cost. Or you know what I mean. Good. Oh. This is a very pretty world. But we have a base on a world that looks a lot like this. Blue grass, and perfect weather. Who knows what world we'll get sent to. If this quest is repeating itself, it'd be interesting to see what ship we end up with when we get to the part of the quest where he says, now find your ship. And I really better look this up. Why is this quest repeating? Maybe it's a known bug, maybe it's really intentional. Or maybe I needed to kill that little creature in the Korvax part of the mission. Careful with the refinery, though. When you pick it up after fueling it with condensed carbon, it returns regular. That's a good tip. It sure does. I've used that on purpose a lot of times, too. It's the fastest way if you're short on carbon and you don't want to shoot things around you. You happen to be standing there crafting and you just need some. Yeah. How close is it? Really wouldn't bug me if it wasn't like an hour-long. It's an hour-long quest that I think is repeating itself in a bugged way. It's not a short quest. Fly here, fly back here, fly back here, fly back here. Now go investigate the portal. Now travel through the portal. Where the fuck am I? Okay, you lost everything. Okay, now go find your ship. Okay, now you can get back. This is almost, speaking of verbatim, not just the text in the quest, because of the time we're doing this quest, it's just past 5 o'clock here. This is almost the same time we were doing this quest on Tuesday. We'll be going through a portal at about the same time as we did on Tuesday. And we may even end up running a little over for the sake of completing that and getting back to our ship in space. Just like Tuesday. But not tomorrow. If this tries to repeat tomorrow, we're just gonna tell Apollo to bugger off. That thing wearing glasses? I can almost swear that guy was wearing glasses. Like little wireframe reading glasses. Synthetic egg. Memories of Sister. Sister. Memories of Sister? Everything here is tinted with that same red, the same unobservable crimson that fills my vision when I blink. I can only hope this structure holds the final glyphs that my trial at these ruins is nearly over. The purpose of infinity. The Atlas told the traveler they were the first of their kind, that a multitude would follow. Each would be endowed with the same noble soul, each able to travel from planet to planet in eternal solitude. The first traveler rejected the gift of the Atlas. This world was not what they hoped for. What was the purpose of infinity if you could not see it all? If you were alone, you would one day die. First traveler cursed the Atlas, claiming they would find a way to survive no matter the cost. All these worlds, all of time itself, it will be for the travelers to witness. Green, you don't think you've seen it repeat like this? It repeated in a way that was similar but different. This is not similar but different. This is identical. Different worlds. I don't think... Yeah, we weren't on these planets, but the quest structure, the objects we're going to, and the dialogue at every single step is identical so far. Well, let's hope it works this time and progresses. If tomorrow we're getting the same dialogue trying to lead into it, we'll do something else, and I'll worry about it another time. I guess it could be. Issue with the save file. I only started playing after the next update, so at least I don't have any upgraded save file issues. I know there were some of those. Yeah, we can't pulse thanks to the ships that just warped in. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Incoming message, that would be, I just want to peek purple. What's... So there's a freighter. Okay. We wanted to recruit frigates for our fleet. We could. But I think I'll hold off until we have more money, because right now I'm thinking about trying to find an S-class large fighter, which is going to cost 40, 50 mil, possibly. I don't even have 20 mil. Okay, what is down there? Is that a trade post? No. Big giant head. We're not. Oh yeah, we're at the actual portal now. Sweet. So we probably don't need to charge this because story mission. But normally we'd have to pump a whole bunch of resources into it. Sodium, carbon, cobalt. It's not ideal carrying all this stuff when we go through to a new place, but dump stuff down here. That's an overflow of projectile ammo. Carbon, we can, yeah, no sweat. We can make room out of that if needed. From Third Rock. You know what? I've never seen Third Rock, even though that's my era right there. But I never saw Third Rock, and it says Traveler, anomaly confirmed, breach, breach, breach. I've always heard good things, just never seen it. DJ, did PayPal just rob you blind? Stole your €5. I approached the portal. I think of every passing thought and idle wish that led me to this moment. Within this gateway, I might find Artemis. I might find the source of the Sentinels. I might find a whole new universe. But it's more than this. This is not fate. I am making a choice. A choice to repeat this quest, even though I know it's fucking with me. A leap of faith that somewhere out there in the dark, I will find out who I am meant to be. I step forward, not knowing what I will find on the other side. But I feel it deep in my heart, the call towards a deeper truth. Towards the progression of a quest. This will be the start of everything. So if we're lucky, at least the destination is randomized. Because if we actually land on the same planet we were on the other day, then it will be interesting to see if we still have scanned stuff, if we have already scanned the life on that planet. If there's any life. Maybe there's no life. Fuck it, let's go. Jetpack! Damn, I wanted to jet through it. And not the restart of this quest. Truth. Icky. We're on Icky. I don't recognize Icky. This is new. New is good. Even the quest is repeating itself, but the planet is different, and different is good. Holy hell! Look at that. What even is that? Breach, breach, breach. Hostile system. See how far away we are from where we started? I use my home system as a reference. Even though we've been in a few different parts of the galaxy because of portals, Yokonami is the system we started in. And we are 1.3 million light years away. How do you like that? We don't know where we are yet. Yep, this is what happened last time. We just weren't on the same planet. We got warped to a random, weird planet, really fucking far away. 16 Atlas Protocol initiated. My starship is off planet? Oh yeah, hang tight, we don't, oh yeah. If the quest is repeating itself, then I kinda know what's happening. Don't get used to this cool place. We ain't staying! Hi Atlas, it's you again. Such a repeat, and we can get another word learned by stepping on that little orb. Thank you for the tips, everyone. I've been sponging this game in the past week. So much to learn. I forgot to search these last time we were here. I think, because rewarp cells. Yes, please. Hello, world. The text blinks before me again. It awaits input again. An audio recording plays, echoing out across the vast interface again. We were once travelers. We once aspired to more than dirt and dust. The audio clicks. Time passes. Show me a world, Atlas. Show me something no one has ever seen before. The voice ends. The interface grows silent. Still and silent. It awaits a command. Wipe system or perform diagnostic. Try wiping the system. What happens? Warning, system wipe will result in universal death. Confirm. Yes, no. Oh, I didn't do this. I just performed a diagnostic last time. I don't know if I want universal death. You want universal death? That's not really my bag. That's a great question, though. Maybe some days? Maybe the really bad days? The interface is still in silent. It awaits a command. Maybe we're supposed to wipe the system. Maybe that's where this all went astray. Maybe the moment of truth is here, and wiping the system is the way to progress. And if I don't, I just get dumped back on the planet where my ship is, and it may be a different ship from the one we were flying. Nobody wants to give their input on this. It's just a system. It's just a system. Universal death. What do you mean it's just a system? Wipe it! Misbehave! Haha! Making an entrance, cause why not? Cause why not? Green, we're about to cause universal death. Alright. Traveler. Reality fades. Everything does. My body, my voice, my soul, all of it speaks to me. There are conversations with NPCs in this game, and riddles with the monoliths, and one of them involved a riddle where you had the option to die, and that was the correct answer to the riddle in one of the monoliths was I die, and it said something like I die. I know I did. I died right here, and yet here I stand. It's very surreal, and this speaks to me. This speaks to that moment too. The Atlas stands before me in all its might. I want to ask about Artemis. I want to find them, but something is happening to me. I need to get out of here. I need to scream, rejoice, submit. Submit is what we did last time. I need to rejoice. I try to rejoice, but I have no body, no spirit. Icky. Now, do you remember it said Icky when we came through the portal before, but it didn't look like this? It said Icky, and I scanned some flora, but it didn't look like this. So I want to see. Icky, do we have flora scanned? Check it out. I scanned flora. Glass like seeds. I don't think we're gonna see any more of those on Icky. And if I hadn't scanned them when I did, I don't think we ever would have seen them on Icky. So that's pretty cool. We got some stuff from the alternate universe, or wherever that was. Gamma dust, relaxed sentinels, abundant flora and fauna. And the system is adequate economy, GEC.
Radiation protection falling. Units received.
I do love all the creatures in this game that fly when they look like they shouldn't be flying creatures at all. Those are great, like flying cows and flying giant brains, and I don't even know what some of the things I've seen are. Ooh, look at that. Unpredictable behavior, eats birds. Notes saliva is pH 14. Is this planet really still 1.3 million light years away? Or did that change too? No, we are 1.3 million light years away from the systems we've been in. Some of the systems we've been in. We're supposed to go to our ship. I wonder which ship is going to be waiting for us. Stinger 2. Is that the one? Stinger 2 is the S-class, the red S-class fighter, which is not the one we were flying. We were just flying. So the same thing happened as when this quest occurred the other day, which it's now repeating. Only thing different is the planets. Tranquil Mirror is the one we were flying that I wanted to trade up. And just like last time, it swapped a different ship from our ship inventory and dropped it on the planet for us. That's cool. Chronic, I don't know if you're still out there, but definite confirmation of how that quest behaves. It just pulls a random ship from your inventory. As opposed to stealing one of yours and giving you crap, which is briefly what we were concerned about. Self-healing bark. If you go around scanning stuff in this game, treat yourself to reading a lot of the notes. Just the note section on things, plants and animals. There's a lot of funny stuff in there. If it doesn't make you smile time to time, I'd be surprised. This invalid placement. It's short-circuiting you. Did you make any progress with any objects, or still on the exact same one? We can head towards the ship. Why not?
Radiation protection falling.
0 progress.
Units received.
Oh man. And what are you making? You're making landing pads, or you're making for the exocraft module? Green, when you did this mission, it put you on a frenzied sentinel planet. That combined with this mission, that would kind of suck. I don't really mind the frenzied planets most of the time. Put a fair bit of time in on them. Just gotta stay on the move, stay on the move, stay on the move, stay on the move. Wait, that's not the one. Okay, look, it's one of our exotics. It's woodpecker. Woody. I almost didn't find that exotic last night. I was on the verge of blowing all the cash I had in the game on an S-class fighter that was not a large. It was maybe a medium. Pretty cool. And I was standing on it contemplating it for 10 minutes maybe. And I was about to, I don't know if I was about to buy it or not. I really hadn't decided yet, but I was close to buying it, and just, we'd have no money and we'd just have to start over making cash. And as I was gonna decide, because I needed to go to bed, that thing landed at a trade outpost. I saw this weird shape coming in and I just jetted straight towards it and yoink.
Radiation protection falling. Technology recharging.
More floating crystals. I should just ignore them. They're awesome, but if I go there, you know, I'll be breaking up floating crystals for the next 10 minutes.
Units received.
Good. Gotta go see what the crystals are. Bronic, so here's the thing. You got a water base, so you're building metal glass panels for an artificial island. Damn. And everything's going fine. You made an area to use as a garage. Placed the large exocraft. No problem. The large exocraft? Maybe you mentioned that the other day. It went right through. But the others will not place, even though I'm just trying to place them right next to the other one. It would be really frustrating. So you're able to build out over the water, but not... but not... part of it.
Units received.
Then nestled in the big funky plant. What was it coming down here for? The floating crystals? Maybe. I don't need them. I don't need them. I don't need them. I don't need them. Self-restraint. This is a cool looking planet for, I like the plants here. The way the primary, secondary elements function. I like how very often the secondary element is visible on the mineral or the plant. I don't know about on the plants, definitely on the minerals. So this has secondary element oxygen. I don't know if the oxygen is supposed to be contained in those little green globes, but be a better example. Maybe I'll point it out if I see a better example. But sometimes there are rocks that have little crystals jutting out of them. That would be an example. And then you look at what minerals they contain, and they're mostly one thing, but they're a little bit of something else. And there might be other versions on the same planet that have a slightly different mix-up, slightly different makeup, and a slightly different appearance because of the secondary element that's part of them. Great attention to detail, even in the procedurally generated stuff. Distress beacon. Scenario. Transferred, deleted, probable boundary separation failure. Vessel 16 emptied. Sentinel intervention, deliberate transfer, unknown. Diagnostic, no connection. Awaiting fresh iteration. Anomaly containment prepared. Traveler anomaly detected. Position logged. System integrity scan initialized. Anomaly is compliant. Hey, something I figured out yesterday. You may already have figured this out or no. But if you get as a reward, and I don't have any here to make an example of, if you get a mod for your suit or starship or tool, and it's a kind of junky mod that you don't want, not worth much to sell, don't just destroy it or sell it. Install it and then break it down. Because if you get a junky mod and you destroy it outright, you get nothing. And if you sell it, you don't get much money. But if you install it and then break it down,
Radiation protection falling.
look at how that one, well, that's an A, I don't want to break it down, but you would get a tech module and a battery and some resources. Even the junkiest C-class mods that you might get that you don't even want to touch, if you install them, many of them will break down and give you a tech module and some resources. So I noticed that yesterday. Instead of deleting mods you don't want, install the mods you don't want and then break them, and you'll get more out of them.
Units received.
I escaped to my ship, glad of something familiar in this strange world. Where has the portal taken me? I was caught in the gravity of that infernal machine, not strong enough to resist. It identified itself as Atlas, the entity so many worship and fear. I saw no sign of Artemis, no trace of the Sentinels. Why did I even step through that gateway? Why did I follow this path? I said because I can before. I'm going to say to rescue Artemis. Is that true, or is it just a lie I tell myself, the kind of thought a noble person might have? Artemis was in need of assistance, but did I really risk my life just for them? There is something more, some other yearning.
Message coming in.
Hey, you walking
Patch you
dad.
through.
Thank you for the host. Greetings. I stare at the console, an opportunity presents itself once more. There is an inbound transmission emerging from a location on this very planet. You are not alone. The signal appears to be coming from beneath the surface of the world, using the same words that led me to Artemis so long ago. I must descend into the deep to find its source. Is it possible that we didn't complete this the other day? That I somehow... I don't know, did I space and abandon the quest or something? Why aren't you letting me take off? We have fuel in the thrust. You damaged my ship? Damaged my ship?
Component repaired.
You damaged my nice ship?
Technology repaired.
Did you damage anything else? Walking Dad says hello, everyone. Hello back. I will green if I see anything unfamiliar. How far is the signal? Not far. Whoa, two crashed freighters next to each other. I make a I want to initiate landing. I want to make a custom waypoint. Can't do that from the ship, can you? Two crashed freighters. You know, another thing that I'm a little bit self-conscious of on stream with No Man's Sky that I like to do off-stream is just spend... I've spent a lot of time just flying in ground effect, wandering a planet's surface, sometimes really slow. Partly to take in scenery, but also... minerals down there. But also to find things, and... I'll spend a lot of time doing that and not mind it at all, but I think it would not be the best stream content. Let's spend the next 20 minutes just slowly going over this planet's surface. Some of you would love it, others not so much. Okay, we're being sent to a grave. I think this is, I'll have to hear more of the dialogue and then I'll know, but I think this also happened. Yeah, we saw Artemis. Yeah, this is part of what's repeating still. And then we end up having a conversation with Apollo about how Artemis was already dead the whole time. Nice to see the starship manned and ready. Hope you're doing well on the Winters Challenge. How's that going? Who's there? Are they all right? Well, Artemis, right? Who's there? Artemis can hear me. They make no sign. The hologram just stares. Strange, but I feel a sense of deja vu. Oh, now you're just trolling me, game. As if I've been here before, right at this very moment. No, but I was right here on Tuesday at almost the exact same time. Where are you? He's right here. They came. Watched closely. Machines, murderers, against the... As I move closer, the Artemis projection begins to speak. Its words punctuated by a strange static. This is the repeat you were talking about? Yeah, yeah, we'll see what all happens, because this was part of it the other day, too, but everything tonight has been a repeat, word for word. The voice falls silent. The projection looks at me. Something is very wrong. Scan the hologram. There's the exact same signature as every other transmission I've received from Artemis. There is no ulterior source for the signal. Everything they have said appears to have come from this cave. It is not a cave. We are above ground. And I think it was the same the other day. As I stand here, Artemis begins to speak. Where are the cold them but still beloved? Anomaly, they. Nada. Polo, watching us. Tracking. Mistake. Abandoned, but it wasn't. Through the portal. Please, don't trust. I'm afraid. Aren't. Trying to, not that it's making any difference, but I'm trying to do things differently from when we did it on Tuesday, but it's not going to affect anything. Quest is repeating for whatever reason. Bug or other. The projection fizzles away to mere static. This echo is all that's left of the entity known as Artemis, a grave of glitched data in a sunless cave. Sunless cave. A sunless cave. My friend is dead. Perhaps they were never alive. Depart for the sunlight. I must tell Apollo what I've seen. Yes, quite a cave.
Radiation protection falling.
Hello. Hello. Come on. This can be a pain to scan. Anything flying can be a pain, but if you can't get it to begin scanning, I think that's my least favorite part of it. I don't mind following them, but when you can't get the scan to start and they're just, you don't know which one is gonna trigger the start of the scan, and then you pick the wrong one and try to follow it and lose it. It said, what did it say about locating a hollow terminus? Oh, just scan my surroundings. That's right, it's gonna spawn one near us. This all happened on Tuesday as well. You call me a monster, that's why I use the shotgun on butterflies now? Screw trying to scan live ones? I didn't even think of that. Scan the dead ones. Huh. Yeah, I saw something yesterday that was probably a butterfly type, but it seemed like it was translucent, almost invisible, tiny, and they were flying around me like fireflies. They were the hardest thing to scan. love having those jetpack mods. Might have been my favorite purchase in the game. Warning, network compromised. Warning, manual override required. There are no signal matches for Artemis or Apollo. The terminal is a stream of warnings or errors. Hey, Colonel. Welcome. Thank you. The warning messages cease. Some new frequency shimmers into being.
Radiation protection falling.
Break, break, break. Same guy with the, yeah, same ribbon arms. Null. Yes, we were contacted by Null on Tuesday. Ugh, I hope it doesn't repeat again. You are not alone. Tell me, what's the point in living if we know that life will finish? I think I said, death does not erase life, and he said, oh, but it does. Something, something, something. Oh, there you go. Misbehaved Remembered Colonel. Check out that cake. Colonel, it's not your birthday, is it? Neither do I. I don't know what the purpose is, and neither does Null. I know you, Traveler. I know where you've been. I know where you're going. That would be Lamia. So, Germany. You can get that cake in Germany. What if I told you that Artemis could be saved? What if I told you that Artemis could live once more after a fashion? What would you do then, I wonder? Well, I might need to know more, but I'm curious. Let's do it. Who are you, anyway? Do it. Ah, like a fool you... Yeah, well, you gave me shit for doing... And he's gonna give us shit no matter what we pick. Like a fool you rush in, eager to do whatever you are commanded. You remind me of myself, you know. The blood of Artemis is data. The heart, it's glitch. I can help you retrieve them. We require a Mind Arc. I already have the Mind Arc quest. Maybe... Alright, theory on this repeating. I haven't finished... No, this is just more confusing. Now that I remember the Mind Arc stuff, yeah, we got... I had a recipe in my inventory for the Mind Arc. What were we missing to make the Mind Arc? Maybe if we had completed it at the time, it wouldn't have bugged and recycled the quest. Yes, Mind Arc. I'm reactivating Artemis's frequency. Speak with them when you are ready. The stranger offers me blueprints for something called the Mind Arc, which I should already have. I wish I could refuse and go look, and I don't want to screw anything up. I accept, not knowing who the stranger is or how they possess such knowledge of my adventures. But if there is a chance that I can help Artemis, I will take it. Mind Arc, chromatic metal, living glass, microprocessor. And, although I have the... And Artemis won't talk to us right now because we can't. Like, we try and it won't work. I'll show you in a minute. I actually have a recipe for living glass. There's the recipe for the Mind Arc in our inventory. Thought I had a recipe for living glass. I do. Lubricant and regular glass. Well, I don't have a recipe for regular glass. Buy it. Lubricant, I guess we could buy those things. I don't know if the recipe's even working for making living glass. If we should try to find and buy some living glass. Quest, craft Mind Arc for Artemis. So I want to see what the journal says. The first traveler doesn't say anything about communicating with Apollo. Could it have been bugged somehow when you spawn Apollo, the same way you spawn Nada and Polo by scanning in a system? Like triggered his spawn and his incoming message somehow reset the quest? You get a glass recipe from the base building quest line. Already done that though. Do I have the glass recipe? Then I should have a glass recipe. I've the lubricant recipe. Cuprite and gamma root. Not under components, and it's not under trade items where living glass is. Is it possible there's some randomization? You build up the base and set up an overseer terminal. Ah, thank you. Did scientist. No other terminals yet. That's what P brings up. What did you want to check? Craft of Mind Arc, advanced components require a base scientist. That's why I got the scientist. That's why we got the scientist. Okay, yesterday I did the scientist's quest line all the way through. But on Tuesday, we got the scientist because of this. Guide for discoveries. Have a discovery. Guide for discoveries. What are we looking for? See if glass is... Oh, see if glass is unlocked. Not alphabetized, is it? Living glass. Get a scientist to man the terminal. You follow its quest line. I did. The whole quest line. Got lots of blueprints. Including living glass. Should get other terminal recipes. Once you get a scientist to man the terminal, you follow its quest line and should get other terminal recipes. Oh, okay, and now I can make other terminals. Is that what you're saying? I should be able to make other terminals. You see the glass rest? Oh, yeah, there it is. Crafted from frost crystals. Craft glass. Oh, that's cool. You can make a quest out of an object. Oh, that's nice. Frost crystals harvested from leaves of frost wort, frozen climates, or hydroponic tray. Did I build the construction terminal? No. You know, our base is, the base that has the science terminal is a shack. I could barely fit the terminal in there. I thought it was a little silly to build it there and was thinking about saving it for our next base. Make other terminals, man them, and then follow their quest lines as well. Okay, and hope that Apollo doesn't wig out and start contacting us again in space and trying to restart this quest line before I can do that. So here's an option. We just buy some glass and then do that quest line later. What did we need for... Let me just see. What did we need? There we go. The Mind Arc, we needed living glass, and the living glass, lubricant and lubricant, we need coprite and gamma root. I have some gamma root on the freighter, but 100. Living glass. We just needed one lubricant, but we needed 5 pieces of glass. So if we buy 5 pieces of glass and either buy 1 lubricant or make it, and we can make the 1 living glass that we need to make the Mind Arc. Let's get back to the ship and see if we can go buy some of that. Saying build a construction, but not here. You're saying, I'm thinking in the interests of time and trying to get this quest not to bug, that we go right now. Yeah, there isn't room in the base for the terminal. I would literally have to break walls and build the base out. I'm supposed to be ending the stream in a few minutes. I don't mind running a little over, but what I want to do is get this squared away. Don't you think it would be easier to buy some glass and do the terminal later? Let's buy some glass and do the terminal later. I don't want to mess with the terminal. I want this to work and be done. I get that Mind Arc crafted so it doesn't bug out again. surely we can just transport from one system to another, even if we have to check a couple systems. We just go to a couple wealthy systems. There's bound to be some glass on one of the vendors. Of course, I'll be all unnerved traveling with this to the space stations in wealthy systems because they're gonna drop an exotic on us and we won't be able to buy it. I would buy the exosuit upgrade, except we're full in our main and tech inventory, and it'll cost $1 million to buy that slot there for cargo. It's not worth it. I'm gonna check for a phase beam upgrade. Positron module, pulse, and photon. See what gun you've got on your wall. Small one. Ended. Huh. Cool looking. So there, that's a medium fighter, isn't it? 29. A large fighter is up to 39, and that's a medium fighter, 15 mil A-class. I was standing on an S-class, kind of like that yesterday when I found the exotic that we're flying. I don't think you can buy glass. It's so varied what's on the terminals. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I've seen glass. It's not a standard item maybe, but depending on the system you're in, there's different stuff on the terminals, and then you can talk to the NPCs from their ships, and yeah, they don't have any glass here, but you can hop to another system. Artemis. So, is that not the system we're in? Is that the one from Tuesday? Do we have two instances of this? I had a tune to Artemis from before. I didn't complete the Mind Arc. What system are we in? Hoodie Mech. Huh. More likely from ship traders. Are there? He left. There are no ships here. Okay. I'm gonna do this in two parts. Let's jump to our little shack of a base so I can show you. No, let's jump to the better looking one. Base 1. There's no buildings here, but we can swap ships real quick. There's also the scientist isn't here. He's at the other one. I haven't built the terminal here because we haven't built anything here. I just wanted to look at our pretty world again. We are transporting 1.3 million light years right now. Ah. How's this for a beautiful planet? There's a crashed freighter that pops in. Doesn't wait for it. There you go. We got a crashed freighter. I haven't even been able to show you guys, except in pictures, the, I guess they are classed as rare, the little bouncing penises. Planet does. It's not those little wormy dragon things. Yeah, this is just a gorgeous planet. This is the planet I posted pictures of, yeah, in Discord. This is that planet. And as for where I've spotted them, it was right around here too. They do show up right around here if they show up. I don't think we need to go in search of them. Just gotta hope they show up one of these days. Green, unfortunately, you gotta head out. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Thank you. We'll be wrapping really soon too, but I want to try and make this Mind Arc before we do. So good night to you. Catch you on the flip side. Good night. Talk to this. If you're selling anything. There's also one species I haven't found yet on this planet. I don't know what it is because I haven't found it. Good to work while showering. Yeah, well, this one has 4 balls and warts. Okay? Here, I'll show you at least in here. There it is. This guy bounces. This guy bounces, and he kind of, and he goes, yeah. That guy. It's pretty good. I wish there was one around right now to show you. They're really pretty funny. In motion. That was when I knew we had to settle this planet. That and the weather is just about perfect. It says light showers, but I haven't even seen a shower. And I'm sure there will be one day. But light showers, that sounds like nice weather. Temperature, 19.5. Just right. What do I want to do with all this crap? I can drop a couple. For some reason, I've put some of those refined elements into a storage container. Check this guy, too. See what he's selling. You know, even if I don't finish it on the stream, I will try to get that Mind Arc crafted here tonight so that it all doesn't bug out again. Cactus flesh and selenium. I had a couple stacks in there. I wish we could stack these up higher. So I should break down the chloride lattice and send the chlorine up to the freighter, sell that, send the gamma root up to the freighter, put the warp cells in one of my ships. Fine.
Technology recharge.
That's all. You can scroll down their inventory. I was unable to. So yeah, it seems that a lot of the ship vendors only have one page, even though you can scroll inventories usually. D. Brunsky, hello! Greetings. Oh, sorry. Sometimes I auto-complete someone's name, and sometimes I even pull the numbers off the end. Why do I do that? I don't know. Since I missed one, I'm pointing it out. Freighter, launch fuel. Sit in the starship. Too bad you can't put a medium refiner down, except it seems it has to be inside a building. It wouldn't let me put one out here. Our other base is on a planet with a lot of chlorine. Easy to farm for chlorine there. Except for the dagger, we'll give those away as soon as possible. Alright, I know it's a little obsessive, but I just wanted to clean up my inventory so I could look at it. We were going to try and go to a wealthy system and see if they were selling any glass. Let's try that. I have a few of the wealthy system. Oh, one more thing. We're going to bring a different ship in case we luck out and see another exotic pop up. We're going to take the ship we want to trade. You can place it on a wooden floor bit, just not bare ground. Oh, that's nice. That's good, and I really thank you. That makes sense, and that'll help. So now that we have switched ships to the one I want to trade up from, in my head, I know some of these systems by name are wealthy. We got Leva, Irakees, and a few others. I was looking for ships yesterday, so I was doing the rounds. I was jumping from wealthy system to wealthy system and waiting for 5-10 minutes, watching the ships come in. I was playing Otis Redding. Okay, we're gonna check. Oh, we wanted to check the trade terminal here, and then we can ask a couple people who come in with ships. We'll try another system, and if that doesn't work, I don't know. Sort it out. I'll do what I'm supposed to do. We'll get the silly cobalt mirrors here, and radon, and sulfurine, and chlorine. So they're selling different stuff, but they don't have glass. They do have weird things. And I don't know if glass is on any vendors. I hope so. That looks like... Is that a medium or a large? I think it's a medium. 33. That's a large. Isn't that a large? 33 plus 7? 18.9. B class. There's B Explorer. I like that art. That jet configuration on the Explorers with the kind of white coloring with just the orange highlights. I like that art. This guy I can scroll. He has plenty of stuff. Dirty bronze, but no glass. If I saw lubricant, I'd buy that too, because I don't have enough coprite or gamma root to make the lubricant, let alone the glass. See if I can give away those rep items. Korvax casing and a convergence cube. I never get anything out of some of these NPC interactions. Seem like nothing more than flavor. They don't seem to have an outcome that does anything. Or I don't understand. Alright, you'll take a convergence cube. for directions. Well, on the off chance he sends us to a drop pod. He didn't mark anything. Sometimes that happens. Where? Hey, troublesome boner. You need lubricant too? So I'm gonna check this. I'm gonna warp to one more system. We'll check what's on the trade terminal at another system. And I think we got a wrap for the night. I know the stream started late, but I've been going since this morning. And I'm pretty much running on fumes. You know what? Did I already check this merchant, though, for a phase beam upgrade? At the last system. Looking for S-Class phase beam. Nope. Alright, let me pick one more for fumes. How about the Gek word for fumes? Those things are stinky. Birakees. Danka, there's another one. Yeah, let's go to a Danka. So after we wrap in a couple minutes, I will keep trying to get this crafted. Maybe if I can get the Mind Arc crafted, I guess I'll think about whether or not to. I really don't want to get stuck with this looping again, so I might go make the next contact with Artemis. I don't know. We'll see. But either way, we'll be continuing this tomorrow. No matter what I end up doing tonight. Food is what's up next. I gotta think of something better than hot dogs, because right now hot dogs is what's up. I don't have any grand plans. With relish, though. Phase beam. And I can't afford it. I can. We just need to do some upgrades. We'll buy that in a minute. See if any cool ships are coming in here in the first wave. A-class hauler. And an A-class hauler. Small hauler, or is that a medium? 38 units. That's definitely a medium. Runaway mold. So they definitely have a selection. Different stuff, but unpredictable. Ignore it. You really do need to make that arc and settle the Artemis resurrection. Wait, I'm confused. Ignore what? Because I really need to do that? Or are you saying, do you really need to? You're saying you really do need to make that arc. Saying ignore the upgrade? Get the upgrade, I just need to upload a few things and we'll have enough for the upgrade. This glass is for Artemis. Okay, so what were you saying ignore? You need to make the arc. I want to make the arc. But if I need to make a construction terminal and go through a bit of that quest line to get the blueprints, to get the glass blueprint, even if it's the first one, we don't have to go very far. You meant ignore contact. Ah, gotcha. Yeah. exactly. And I was ignoring the contact. I don't know if, were you here today when I actually clicked the button? It was by accident. Every time I scanned a planet, Apollo came on the radio. And he would pop up and I would just say, no, 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 no. And then I said yes today when I meant to say no because I was doing 2 things at once, or 5. Ammonia. Actually, you know what? I want to buy some ammonia for putting in my pack to charge up my toxic. Yeah, I don't have any convenient places for ammonia. Hate this. So slow to get up to speed, then it goes so damn fast once it starts moving. This is my exosuit. Cargo. It's worth 36K to me. I really need to change the rate at which that accelerates. Maddening. Alright, we're gonna be breaking this down later, selling it, whatever. But I have wanted to make a stack of ammonia for my tox protection for a while, and now we've got one. That'll last me a while. We've got ammonia for tox protection, uranium for rad protection. That charges that up. The dioxite I can use, I think, to charge the cold protection, and the phosphorus to charge the heat protection. So those are my elemental suit mods. Hey, Crash.
I bet y'all drinking that
What's
wine
happening,
too, weren't
man?
you? Smoking them tweeds and everything. Wearing the old clothes all half off your ass. What the hell's going on today?
Does the game have a story to it? Like missions you do which lead to an ending, or is it explore and build forever? It has a... It does. It has a few storylines in it, but they're very cryptic. They are in many ways as cryptic as anything Dark Souls has ever done. Mysterious tidbits of information that doesn't make sense, foreign, alien languages, mysterious voices from the darkness. We're actually working on one of those missions right now. We've been contacted by another traveler, some sort of... We don't know. Yes, there's lore. There's lore, and it's rather well thought out, but it's subtle and deep and complicated and confusing, and yeah, there is. Just don't ask me to explain it to you. Oh, look what's coming in! We got an exotic coming in. Tell me that isn't an exotic, is it? Is it just an explorer with cool wings? I've never seen that wing pattern. All right, I got too excited. But tell me that isn't an uncommon wing config. Wow, I got all excited that we had, and explorers are what the exotics are based on. So it made sense. Ah, I got all excited that we were picking up another exotic. Cool wings, though. Damn. You fooled me. You fooled me. Ah, well. So much to learn. So I need to make that arc, that mind arc, settle the whole Artemis thing. That thing. Hey, any of you Korvax want to take the casing? So Crash, hope you're doing well. What's on your plate? We're overtime a little bit. We should be wrapping up here. I know I didn't read that out loud, but I'm looking for a menu option to give a reputation item to one of these Korvax, and these interactions repeat forever. I mean, every one of the conversations I'm having with these NPCs, pretty much had them before. number of times. That's what I wanted. I wanted to give Korvax casing just reputation boost. Wasn't going for any lore or story or anything there. And a lot of the interactions are generic. The actual lore bits are with the quest lines. And so to answer your original question again, yes, there's something of a story. It's just not clear. Okay, we wind this down, and what's the plan? When we pick back up tomorrow, I hope to have crafted the Mind Arc, and I may or may not have done the next bit with Artemis. We can go to another Atlas system. We can start working on an actual base. We can go ship hunting. Von Buki, good night. Yes. Still there, Crash? I hope you're, hope you got some of the answer you were looking for. Edwin! It's so sad. So sad. Misbehave, Crash, Steel Goodwin, Von Buki, Green, Brunsky, Walking Dad, if you're still out there, Chronic, Chatters, Lurkers, Lovers all. Hope you had some fun today. Thanks for the great company, for the host love, and sub support. You guys are awesome. You did? What's that? How? Psycho, good night. Good night. Chronic, cheers. Good luck with the rest of it. I hope the solution holds and you can make your water base. Can we see some pictures of your water base sometime? That sounds really cool. I like the very idea of building out where you're not supposed to build by attaching things, pinning them, building a foundation out over the water. Can you do that out over the air too? Can you build a foundation that just floats? I'm a little overwhelmed by the possibilities for base building. I feel like I need to pull out some graph paper and at least make some grids. Like, okay, I want this, and then I want to connect it with... I need a plan. We need a plan. I don't know how else we would... If you wanted a base of any size and you just started winging it, that would be pretty weird. Okay. Cheers, everyone. I bid you good night. I'll see you on the flip side.